A new dawn. In the distant reaches of the galaxy, on the lush and vibrant planet of Ilara, an ancient and noble species known as the Zalorians faced an unprecedented crisis. Their once thriving civilization was teetering on the brink of extinction. The Zalorians, with their elegant features and bioluminescent skin, had long been known for their advanced technology and profound wisdom. However, despite their remarkable achievements, their reproductive systems had begun to fail. For decades, their scientists and healers had struggled to find a solution, but each attempt to rejuvenate their population had ended in disappointment. The Zalorians had always prided themselves on their ability to adapt and overcome challenges, but this crisis was different. Their once fertile females could no longer sustain viable offspring, and their numbers dwindled with each passing year. Desperation led them to explore new avenues, including interstellar travel in search of a viable solution. It was during one of these daring expeditions that they made a groundbreaking discovery. They encountered humans, a species from a distant star system, whose resilience and adaptability seemed almost supernatural. The first contact was a cautious one, marked by mutual curiosity and an exchange of knowledge. The Zalorians, with their elongated limbs and shimmering skin, observed the humans with a mix of awe and intrigue. They found the humans' diversity and tenacity to be both fascinating and promising. Dr. Lyra Voss, a leading Zalorian xenobiologist, was particularly captivated by the humans. Her research had already revealed that humans possessed a unique genetic resilience that might offer a solution to their reproductive dilemma. Dr. Voss proposed a radical idea: to seek human partners for reproduction. Her hypothesis was based on genetic compatibility studies that suggested interspecies breeding could yield viable offspring. The Zalorian Council of Elders, however, was deeply divided. While some were open to the idea, others were concerned about potential cultural contamination and the loss of their ancient heritage. The debate was heated, with strong opinions on both sides. But as the Zalorian population continued to decline, the council found itself facing a dire choice. Reluctantly, they agreed to explore Dr. Voss's proposition. Humanity, always eager to explore and understand the cosmos, received the Zalorian proposal with a mixture of wonder and caution. Diplomatic envoys were exchanged, and cultural exchanges were initiated to ensure a smooth collaboration. It was in this context that the first human volunteers arrived on Ilara. Among them was Captain Aiden Carter, a seasoned pilot known for his bravery and curiosity. The meeting between Captain Carter and Dr. Voss was a pivotal moment. They quickly formed a bond, united by their shared passion for discovery and their mutual desire to help. As they exchanged stories and knowledge, a deep respect and friendship developed between them. Captain Carter was deeply impressed by the Zalorians' grace and intelligence, while Dr. Voss was inspired by the humans' determination and ingenuity. Months passed as Captain Carter and Dr. Voss worked tirelessly in the Zalorian laboratories. They faced numerous scientific and cultural challenges, but their shared goal drove them forward. Together, they developed new technologies to facilitate hybridization and ensure the health of the offspring. Their efforts culminated in a moment of triumph when the first successful hybrid birth occurred. This child, a blend of human resilience and Zalorian intellect, symbolized hope for both species. Yet, not everyone was on board with this new direction. Opposition emerged from both human and Zalorian factions. Some humans feared the unknown consequences of interspecies breeding, while traditional Zalorian elders worried about the potential dilution of that ancient lineage. Despite the resistance, Captain Carter and Dr. Voss remained steadfast in their commitment. They continued to advocate for their cause, demonstrating through their work that their alliance was not merely a desperate gamble, but a beacon of hope for both civilizations. As the story of their collaboration began to spread, it ignited a spark of inspiration and hope. The journey of Captain Carter and Dr. Voss became a symbol of what could be achieved when two species, despite their differences, came together to solve a common problem. Their tale was just beginning, and the future held endless possibilities for their combined efforts. Trials of Unity. With the success of the first hybrid birth, the atmosphere on Elara was one of cautious optimism. The Zalorian and human communities, though still adjusting to their new reality, began to see the fruits of their collaboration. The hybrid child, named Arian, became a living symbol of the potential that lay in their union. Both species were eager to see what the future held for these new beings. Dr. Lyra Voss and Captain Aidan Carter continued their work, focused on refining their hybridization technologies and ensuring that the hybrids were healthy and viable. The laboratory was abuzz with activity as teams of scientists from both species worked side by side. Despite their differences, they shared a common goal and a sense of purpose that transcended their individual cultures. One of the most significant challenges was ensuring that the hybrids inherited the best traits from both species. The Zalorians and humans had different biological processes, and integrating them effectively required immense precision. Dr. Voss and Captain Carter spent long hours analyzing data, conducting experiments, and adjusting their techniques. Their dedication paid off as they saw improvements in the health and vitality of the hybrid offspring. However, not all was smooth sailing. The opposition against the hybridization project continued to grow. On the Zalorian side, a faction of traditionalists, led by Elder Raxel, became increasingly vocal. They believed that the hybrids threatened the purity of Zalorian heritage and feared that their ancient customs might be lost. On the human side, a group of critics argued that the experiment was ethically questionable and could have unforeseen consequences. Captain Carter found himself at the center of a heated debate when he was invited to speak at a conference on Earth about the hybridization project. The event was attended by scientists, ethicists, and members of the public, all eager to learn more about the controversial initiative. Carter's speech was met with mixed reactions. While many were fascinated by the scientific breakthroughs, others were concerned about the ethical implications. Meanwhile, on Elara, Dr. Voss faced her own set of challenges. Elder Raxel and his supporters organized a series of protests against the hybridization efforts. They argued that the Zalorian culture was being eroded and that the project was a betrayal of their ancestors' legacy. Dr. Voss worked tirelessly to address their concerns, offering to share detailed information about the project and its potential benefits. She emphasized that the hybridization was not intended to replace Zalorian culture, but to preserve and enhance it through new possibilities. Despite the growing tension, the collaboration between humans and Zalorians continued to evolve. New hybrid children were born, each one a unique blend of human and Zalorian traits. These hybrids exhibited remarkable abilities and characteristics, such as enhanced cognitive functions and physical resilience. The hybrid community began to form its own identity, bridging the gap between the two species. In the midst of these developments, a major breakthrough occurred. Dr. Voss and her team discovered a method to enhance the hybrid children's genetic compatibility with Zalorians, addressing many of the concerns raised by Elder Raxel and his followers. The new approach promised to stabilize the hybrids' health and ensure their long-term viability. Captain Carter, inspired by this progress, decided to return to Earth and share the news of the breakthrough with the public. His presentation was compelling, highlighting the positive impact of the hybridization project on both species. He spoke about the potential for this collaboration to not only solve the Zalorian crisis, but also to pave the way for future interstellar alliances. As Carter's message reached Earth, public opinion began to shift. Many people were moved by the story of the hybrid children and the dedication of both species to overcoming their challenges. Support for the project grew, and more volunteers came forward to participate in the initiative. Back on Elara, the renewed support brought a sense of hope and unity. The Zalorian and human communities worked together to address the remaining issues and build a brighter future. The hybrids, growing up in a world that embraced their dual heritage, began to show extraordinary potential. Dr. Voss and Captain Carter knew that their journey was far from over. They continued to face challenges, but they were driven by the belief that their collaboration held the key to a better future for both species. Their story was one of resilience, hope, and the power of unity in the face of adversity. The shadow of doubt. The hybridization project had reached a critical juncture. With growing support from both Earth and Ilara, the future looked promising. However, beneath the surface, shadows of doubt and conflict still lingered. Despite the advancements and successes, the project faced ongoing resistance that threatened to unravel the hard-won progress. On Ilara, Elder Raxel's faction remained resolute in their opposition. They were determined to halt the hybridization project, believing it jeopardized the Zalorian way of life. The protests grew more intense, with large gatherings of Zalorians voicing their discontent. Raxel and his supporters organized meetings and rallies, where they criticized the project and called for a return to traditional values. Dr. Lyra Voss, though committed to her work, felt the strain of the ongoing conflict. She continued to engage with the opposition, providing scientific data and cultural context to address their concerns. Despite her efforts, the situation remained volatile. The protests began to escalate, and there were reports of vandalism and disruptions at research facilities. Captain Aiden Carter, now back on Ilara after his successful presentation on Earth, found himself in a challenging position. While he was welcomed by many as a hero, he also faced hostility from those who opposed the project. The tension reached a peak when a group of protesters attempted to storm the laboratory, demanding that the hybridization program be halted immediately. Amidst these challenges, a new breakthrough in the hybridization research offered a glimmer of hope. Dr. Voss and her team had developed an innovative approach to enhance the hybrid's adaptability to both human and Zalorian environments. This new technique promised to improve the hybrid's health and integrate their abilities more seamlessly with their respective cultures. The breakthrough was announced in a press conference attended by leaders from both species. Dr. Voss presented the new findings, emphasizing the potential benefits for both humans and Zalorians. The announcement was met with a mixed response. Supporters hailed it as a significant advancement, while critics continued to voice their concerns. Despite the advancements, internal struggles within the Zalorian community persisted. Some members of the Council of Elders began to question the wisdom of the project. They were torn between preserving their cultural heritage and embracing the potential benefits of the hybridization initiative. This internal conflict created further uncertainty and division among the Zalorians. On Earth, the public reaction to the new breakthrough was also divided. While many were excited about the progress, others remained skeptical about the long-term implications. Ethical debates continued, with discussions focused on the impact of interspecies hybridization on both human and alien societies. In the midst of this turmoil, Captain Carter and Dr. Voss decided to embark on a new initiative. They organized a series of cultural exchange programs aimed at fostering greater understanding between the Zalorians and humans. These programs included joint workshops, art exhibitions, and collaborative projects that highlighted the strengths and contributions of both species. The cultural exchange programs proved to be a powerful tool in bridging the gap between the two communities. As Zalorians and humans worked together on creative projects and shared their cultural traditions, they began to develop a deeper appreciation for each other. This newfound understanding helped to alleviate some of the tension and fostered a more positive outlook on the hybridization project. Despite these efforts, the opposition did not wane entirely. The conflict continued to simmer, with both sides maintaining their positions. However, the cultural exchange programs and the ongoing research provided a glimmer of hope that a resolution could be found. Captain Carter and Dr. Voss remained determined to see their vision through. They knew that the path ahead would be challenging, but they were driven by the belief that their collaboration held the key to a better future for both species. Their commitment to overcoming obstacles and fostering unity was unwavering, even in the face of adversity. As the hybridization project moved forward, the story of Captain Carter and Dr. Voss became a symbol of perseverance and hope. Their journey, marked by both triumphs and trials, continued to inspire others and demonstrate the power of collaboration in overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges. Echoes of harmony. As tensions persisted on Elara and Earth, a pivotal moment arrived that would test the resolve and unity of both species. The Zalorian Council of Elders, grappling with the growing divide within their ranks, decided to convene a grand assembly. This assembly was to be a crucial turning point, where the future of the hybridization project would be debated and decided. Captain Aiden Carter and Dr. Lyra Voss prepared for this momentous occasion with a mixture of anticipation and anxiety. They knew that the assembly would be their opportunity to address the concerns of the Zalorian leaders directly and to demonstrate the true value of their work. The assembly was to be held in the Great Hall of Elara's capital, a majestic structure that symbolized Zalorian heritage and unity. The assembly gathered representatives from various factions, including both supporters and detractors of the hybridization project. Elder Raxel and his followers were present, as were advocates of the project who had seen firsthand the positive impacts of the hybridization efforts. The air was thick with expectation as Captain Carter and Dr. Voss took the stage. Dr. Voss began the presentation by detailing the latest advancements in their research. She showcased the improved hybridization techniques, highlighting the successful integration of human and Zalorian traits. The presentation included testimonials from hybrid individuals who spoke about their experiences and the benefits they had experienced from the collaboration. Captain Carter followed with a heartfelt address, sharing the story of his journey and the profound impact the project had on both species. He spoke about the cultural exchanges, the friendships forged, and the hope that had emerged from their combined efforts. His words resonated with many in the assembly, painting a picture of a shared future built on mutual respect and understanding. Despite the compelling arguments, the assembly was not without contention. Elder Raxel and his faction raised concerns about the potential risks of continued hybridization and the possibility of cultural dilution. They questioned whether the benefits truly outweighed the potential long-term consequences. In response, Dr. Voss and Captain Carter addressed each concern with transparency and empathy. They acknowledged the fears and uncertainties, but emphasized that the project was not an attempt to erase Zalorian culture, but rather to enhance it. They proposed the establishment of a joint council to oversee the project and ensure that cultural integrity was preserved while continuing to explore new possibilities. The assembly concluded with a vote on the future of the hybridization project. The outcome was a significant step forward. The majority of the council supported the continuation of the project, with the stipulation that a new oversight committee be formed to address cultural concerns and ensure that the project remained balanced. With the decision made, a renewed sense of optimism swept through both the Zalorian and human communities. The formation of the Oversight Committee marked a new phase in the collaboration, one that would focus on maintaining harmony and addressing any emerging issues. The committee, composed of representatives from both species, was tasked with ensuring that the hybridization efforts were conducted with sensitivity and respect for cultural values. In the months that followed, the new Oversight Committee worked diligently to implement the agreed-upon measures. They facilitated ongoing cultural exchange programs and provided regular updates on the progress of the hybridization project. The committee's efforts helped to build trust and strengthen the relationship between the Zalorians and humans. As the hybridization project continued to evolve, the hybrids themselves began to play a more prominent role in bridging the gap between their parent species. Their unique perspectives and abilities provided valuable insights and fostered greater understanding between the two cultures. The story of Captain Carter and Dr. Voss became an inspiring example of how collaboration and perseverance could overcome even the most challenging obstacles. Their journey, marked by both triumphs and trials, showcased the power of unity and the potential for positive change when two disparate species work together towards a common goal. With each passing day, the bond between the Zalorians and humans grew stronger. The hybridization project, once a source of division and controversy, now symbolized the hope and promise of a shared future. The echoes of harmony rang across the galaxy, reminding all who witnessed it of the transformative power of cooperation and mutual respect. A new dawn of collaboration. The formation of the Oversight Committee marked a new chapter in the hybridization project. With the resolution of the Council's vote, the Zalorian and human communities were poised to embrace a future defined by cooperation and mutual respect. The committee's establishment was seen as a vital step towards ensuring that the project would not only address the Zalorian crisis, but also foster a lasting partnership between the two species. Under the guidance of the committee, the hybridization project entered a phase of enhanced collaboration. The committee implemented a series of initiatives aimed at strengthening the ties between Zalorians and humans. These included joint research endeavors, cultural exchange programs, and educational workshops designed to promote understanding and integration. One of the committee's first initiatives was to expand the cultural exchange programs that had proven successful in the past. These programs were now designed to be more inclusive, featuring exchanges that highlighted the unique contributions of both species. Art exhibitions, music festivals, and joint scientific conferences became regular events, celebrating the achievements and traditions of both Zalorians and humans. The hybrid children, who had grown up in this enriched environment, began to take on leadership roles within their communities. Their unique abilities and experiences made them valuable bridges between the two cultures. Hybrids like Arian, the first successful child born from the project, became ambassadors of unity, sharing their perspectives and helping to address any lingering concerns. As the project continued to advance, the new technologies and techniques developed through the collaboration began to yield even more promising results. The hybrids exhibited remarkable capabilities, including enhanced cognitive functions, physical endurance, and a deep understanding of both Zalorian and human cultures. Their achievements were celebrated as a testament to the success of the project and a sign of what could be accomplished when different species worked together. However, the journey was not without its challenges. Despite the progress, there were still pockets of resistance and skepticism. Some Zalorians remained wary of the hybridization project, concerned that it might lead to unforeseen consequences or further erode their cultural heritage. On the human side, there were ongoing debates about the ethical implications of interspecies hybridization and its impact on future generations. Captain Aiden Carter and Dr. Lara Voss continued to address these concerns with transparency and dedication. They organized public forums and educational sessions to provide information about the project and its benefits. They also worked closely with the Oversight Committee to ensure that the cultural values of both species were respected and preserved. One of the most significant milestones came when a collaborative project between Zalorian and human scientists led to the development of a new medical technology. This breakthrough, which combined Zalorian bioengineering with human medical knowledge, promised to revolutionize healthcare for both species. The technology was hailed as a major achievement and further solidified the bond between Zalorians and humans. As the years passed, the hybridization project evolved into a model of interspecies cooperation. The successful integration of Zalorian and human traits into a new generation of hybrids demonstrated the potential for positive outcomes when different cultures come together. The project became a symbol of hope and progress, inspiring other species in the galaxy to explore the possibilities of collaboration. The story of Captain Carter and Dr. Voss, and their efforts to overcome adversity and build a better future, became a source of inspiration for many. Their journey was a testament to the power of unity, resilience, and the willingness to embrace new possibilities. Their legacy lived on in the thriving hybrid community and the continued partnership between Zalorians and humans. As the sun set on Elara, casting a warm glow over the planet, Captain Carter and Dr. Voss stood together, reflecting on the remarkable journey they had undertaken. Their vision of a harmonious future, once a distant dream, had become a reality. The collaborative efforts of both species had created a new dawn of understanding and cooperation, marking the beginning of a new era in interstellar relations. The challenge of integration. With the success of the hybridization project and the positive developments on Elara, the relationship between Zalorians and humans seemed to be on a solid path. The hybrids, now fully integrated into both societies, represented the best of both worlds and stood as a testament to the project's achievements. However, as the hybrid population grew, new challenges emerged, particularly regarding the integration of hybrids into the broader Zalorian and human societies. The hybrids faced unique obstacles. Although they were celebrated as symbols of unity, they often found themselves caught between two worlds. They struggled with their dual heritage, navigating the complexities of both Zalorian and human cultures while trying to forge their own identities. The hybrids' unique abilities and experiences set them apart, and some faced prejudice or misunderstandings from those who still viewed them as outsiders. To address these challenges, the Oversight Committee launched a series of programs aimed at fostering greater integration and understanding. These included mentorship initiatives where experienced hybrids guided newcomers, cultural sensitivity training for both Zalorians and humans, and community-building events designed to promote inclusivity and solidarity. One such initiative was the creation of the Unity Centers on Ilara and Earth. These centers were designed to serve as hubs for hybrid and human-Zalorian interactions, offering resources and support for those navigating the complexities of their dual identities. They provided a space for hybrids to connect with others like them, share their experiences, and receive guidance from mentors. Captain Aiden Carter and Dr. Lyra Voss played active roles in these efforts. Carter, with his deep understanding of human and Zalorian cultures, spearheaded programs that facilitated cultural exchanges and encouraged dialogue between the two species. Dr. Voss, with her expertise in xenobiology, focused on addressing the specific needs of the hybrid population and ensuring that they receive the support required to thrive. Despite these efforts, not everyone was receptive to the changes. Some factions within both the Zalorian and human communities remained resistant to the idea of hybrids fully integrating into their societies. This resistance manifested in various ways, from subtle biases to more overt acts of discrimination. The Oversight Committee worked tirelessly to combat these issues, organizing awareness campaigns and promoting positive stories of hybrid achievements. One of the most notable successes of the integration programs was the establishment of a joint Human-Zalorian Research Institute. This institute brought together scientists from both species to collaborate on groundbreaking projects and foster mutual understanding. The presence of hybrids within the institute further demonstrated the benefits of their unique perspectives and abilities. A breakthrough project at the institute involved developing new technologies to address environmental challenges. The hybrids, with their enhanced cognitive abilities and deep understanding of both Zalorian and human perspectives, played a crucial role in the project. Their contributions led to the creation of innovative solutions that improved environmental sustainability on both planets. As the integration efforts continued, a significant milestone was achieved when a hybrid, Lyra Voss, was elected to a prominent position within the Zalorian Council. Ilara's election was a landmark event, symbolizing the acceptance and recognition of hybrids within Zalorian society. Her appointment was celebrated as a sign of progress and a testament to the successful integration of hybrids. The journey was not without its difficulties. There were moments of tension and setbacks, but the continued efforts of Captain Carter, Dr. Voss, and the Oversight Committee kept the momentum going. The hybrids, despite facing their share of challenges, remained hopeful and committed to bridging the gap between their two worlds. As the hybrid population grew and their roles within both societies expanded, the dream of a fully integrated and harmonious interstellar community seemed more attainable. The ongoing efforts to address integration challenges and promote understanding were seen as essential steps toward achieving this vision. Captain Carter and Dr. Voss looked to the future with optimism. They had witnessed the transformative power of collaboration and the positive impact of their work. Their dedication to overcoming obstacles and fostering unity had paved the way for a new era of interspecies cooperation. As the sun rose over Ilara, casting a golden light on the thriving communities, the story of the hybridization project continued to unfold. The journey of Captain Carter, Dr. Voss, and the hybrids was a testament to the resilience and determination of all involved. It served as a reminder that, even in the face of adversity, the pursuit of unity and understanding could lead to a brighter and more harmonious future.